Pax Thien's true relationship with Angelina Jolie was exposed by his grandfather, revealing alarming health conditions. As one of the 6 children of Hollywood star Angelina Jolie and actor Brad Pitt, Pax Thien, despite being quite private, is still heavily sought after by the Hollywood media. Every move and action of the 19-year-old Vietnamese-born young man can become a headline in the newspapers, showcasing his level of attraction. However, before enjoying the glamorous life in the film capital, Pax Thien had a challenging fate. Pax, also known as Pham Quang Sang in Vietnamese, was born on November 29, 2003. Right from the beginning, he was abandoned by his biological mother at the hospital and was brought to the Tam Binh orphanage. Due to being born prematurely and lacking proper care in his mother's womb, Quang Sang suffered from severe malnutrition, skin disorders, and various other illnesses. In 2006, Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt made a surprise visit to the Tam Binh orphanage. While other children eagerly rushed to receive their charitable gifts, Quang Sang, Pax, stayed in a corner, fearful, anxious, and hesitant. His fearful and worried gaze touched Angelina Jolie's heart. Shortly after, Angelina completed all the necessary procedures to adopt Quang Sang. She changed his name to Pax Thien, meaning peaceful sky, with the hope that her adopted son would have a better and happier life after the turbulent days. From then on, Pax's destiny changed. He entered Hollywood and became one of the beloved children of the wealthy star, Angelina Jolie. 15 years have passed since that fateful day, and Pax Thien has now grown into a true young man, strong and confident. Every time he appears in front of the media, he leaves an impression with his angular face, masculine figure, and mature, self-assured demeanor. During this time, social media has been constantly circulating rumors that Pax Thien's biological mother is plotting to regain custody of him after many years. This information has stirred up public debate, with many criticizing the woman and claiming that she is unworthy of being Pax Thien's mother for abandoning him just 2 days after his birth. Meanwhile, Pax Thien's grandfather, Mr. Pham Thien, also shared his surprise, saying, "We are very surprised to see such unfounded information spreading. It has caused damage to our affection for our grandson and the Pitt Jolie family." Through Mr. Chen's sharing, it can be seen that despite not being explicitly stated, the relationship between his family and Angelina Jolie remains good and free from conflicts as rumored. The family is always grateful to the Hollywood star for rescuing and nurturing Pax Thien as her own. In June 2021, Pax Thien successfully graduated from high school at a prestigious private school in Los Angeles, USA. According to research, in the near future, Pax Thien is also planning to pursue higher education in South Korea, following in the footsteps of his older brother Maddox. The university that Pax Thien intends to attend is Yonsei University, a renowned private university and one of the top 3 universities in South Korea. Pax Thien's life now involves the presence of expensive clothes and toys. As the darling of the Hollywood millionaire couple, he is often taken to extravagant events and enjoys luxurious vacations along with engaging in meaningful charity trips. According to a statistic published by the Mercury News in 2018, Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie did not hesitate to spend $7,000 USD, over 162 million Vietnamese dong, to rent a yacht for Pax Thien's 7th birthday celebration and $500,000 USD, over 11.6 billion Vietnamese dong, for a family vacation immediately after. Pax Thien has been closer and more supportive to his adoptive mother, Angelina Jolie, since his parents' divorce. He has a great passion for photography and filmmaking and has accompanied his mother to various film sets to assist with filming. In January 2023, Page 6 reported that Pax Thien had embarked on an artistic path. However, the young man born in 2003 chose a different path from his adoptive parents and decided to pursue art in the gaming industry, Art Game. Page 6, an exclusive source, described Pax Thien's works as utilizing mixed media visual art processes, using more than one medium or material to create the artwork, and digital media. These works are abstract in nature and not related to NFTs, non-fungible tokens, in any way. The source emphasizes that Pax Thien is not a Nepo baby, referring to a child of famous parents who enjoys privileges due to their parents' influence. NFT, non-fungible token, is a type of virtual asset that is authenticated using blockchain technology, a technology that uses digital signatures to verify the originality of the artwork and its ownership. Thanks to this characteristic, NFTs have become unique and cannot be replicated or forged. The truth about Pax Thien's birth mother. The fateful night at 9 p.m. on November 29, 2004, Tu Hospital received a pregnant woman showing signs of imminent childbirth. The woman was urgently transferred to the obstetrics ward, and half an hour later, despite being premature, a baby boy weighing 2.1 kilograms was born. The birth mother's name was Pham Tu Dung. The baby was named Quang Sang, taking his mother's surname. After giving birth, Dung made the decision not to look at the baby's face, a decision that would have a fateful impact on the life of Pham Quang Sang, later known as Pax Thien Jolie Pitt. Only 2 days later, Dung fled the hospital, still owing 480,000 Vietnamese dong in medical fees due to her lack of funds. Pham Quang Sang, the name that was spontaneously thought of by the mother, is related to the short story, The Ivory Comb, by writer Nguyen Quang Sang, which deeply touched Dung when she read it as a child. A few days after being born, Pham Quang Sang was brought to the Tam Bin orphanage. Before 9 p.m., Pham Tu Dung was still under the influence of drugs, experiencing intense abdominal pain but not realizing that she was in labor. To alleviate the pain, Dung asked for another dose from her friend, but it didn't help, and she decided to go to the hospital. Pham Tu Dung's life before and after the event of Pham Quang Sang is connected by a thread of tragedy, drugs. A life in ruins. Dung still remembers the days of partying at famous nightclubs in Saigon nearly 15 years ago. At the age of 18, 1995, at clubs like My Man or Thai Sun, everyone knew Dung's name because she caused a lot of trouble. The nightclubs went on until morning, with alcohol, drugs, fights like a daily routine, settling gang disputes. If anyone seemed shocked on the dance floor, Dung would approach them right away, fighting without hesitation. The bouncers had to beg her, "Please don't cause any trouble tonight," when they saw her face. The group of friends that Dung associated with were all tough individuals from District 4. Dung became well known for her fighting skills, earning money through physical altercations. After a fight, she would make the victims come to a cafe on La Ton Ton Street to pay for their actions. The group of young partygoers, around the age of 20, didn't go home and instead rented a house on La Van Sai Street. During the day, they gathered there, and at night, each person went their own way. Some worked at nightclubs, some went out to have fun, and almost everyone was involved with drugs. At the age of 19, Dung began to get involved with drugs and became addicted. Dung recalls that her friends would offer drugs, but she initially refused. However, they persisted, saying, "Try it, and your life will change. In the end, your life will be different." At that age, Tu Dung was quite rebellious, and she would retaliate immediately if provoked. During that time, Dung's family was relatively well off due to her father being a captain of a long-haul ship. But Dung caused so much trouble that no amount of money could satisfy her. To have money, since her parents decided to cut off financial support at that point, Dung pawned her motorcycle and sent a note home to redeem it. Dung remembers a time when her father returned from a business trip but couldn't find the key to the cabinet, so he sent her to the market to find her mother and bring back the key. Dung found her mother, took the key, but before bringing it back, she made a detour to have a copy of the key made for herself. As a result, she had money quite easily, sometimes earning it, sometimes selling gold. There were times when she borrowed money, and when she couldn't repay, the creditors would come to her house, and her mother would end up paying them, becoming accustomed to it. Dung recalls that she probably squandered half of her parents' fortune, and later, when her parents faced financial difficulties, their situation became truly challenging. At that time, Pham Tu Dung was very different from the Pham Tu Dung before the age of 19. She was the most spoiled child in the family. As a child, she excelled academically, studying at O Duong Lan Primary and Secondary School, District 8, and then attending La Cai Don High School. In her final year of high school, she achieved excellent grades in 4 subjects, with over 38 points. Throughout those 9 years, Dung was always an outstanding student. In her 10th grade, when she had a biking accident and broke her leg, her father immediately bought her an Astrea motorcycle. At that time, only wealthy children were spoiled like that. Perhaps it was because of such indulgence that she became rebellious early on. Dung began to decline when she entered the 11th grade. During that time, her father was away on business trips, and only her mother was at home. Dung would often lie to her mother, saying she was going to school when in reality she was going out to have fun. She would go from one nightclub to another, and by 10:30 p.m., she would be back home. Some people reported her actions to her family, but no one in Dung's family believed it. After graduation, Dung exploded even more.